Niceville High School is Eric Trapp. Eric, the microphone and the floor is yours. Eric Trapp, congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much to the Taylor Haugen Foundation and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes for the opportunity to speak today. I am honored to be given the privilege to carry on Taylor Haugen's legacy. Taylor was a person who never quit or gave up in spite of adversity. He did not let outside distractions affect him from reaching any of his goals. He was always the person to be the first at practice and the last one to leave. In fact, I believe that Taylor is with us today. I believe Taylor was with me when my journey with anxiety and depression began. During the second semester of my freshman year, my life was changed forever. After the loss of a beloved family dog, anxiety and depression entered my life. We believe that the anxiety stemmed from obsessive compulsive disorder, also known as OCD, which is a trait that runs in my family. Prior to the mental challenge, I was an extroverted, outgoing person who loved to make people laugh. The first few months of anxiety, I really became a shell of who I was. I was quiet, that paranoid student who sat in the back of the class, and the only people who knew about this were my parents. I didn't feel comfortable telling any of my friends what had happened. My friends would ask what's wrong, but I would just say, oh, I'm tired, or just not having a good day. And my parents and I, we struggled to find a way to get me back to who I was, that extroverted kid. With anxiety and depression being relatively new discoveries in the medical field, there are little to no direct treatments. We tried therapy, changing my diet, and anything that the internet suggested with no major improvements. After 6 months of little progress, I had little hope. I would ask God, why me? I'm trying to be this perfect kid, worship you every day, and just live a great life. With my back against the wall, I had to make a choice. I could either give up and live a life of unfulfillment, or I could invest in my future. I could choose to love God and trust and find why He has given me this challenge and the purpose that I need to serve. I said, God, I know that this is a part of a bigger plan, and this will help so many people in the world, and I chose not to quit, and that was the best decision I've ever made. I said I need to be a positive voice and fight for you every day of my life. I truly became all in by reading scripture and finding stories that were similar to mine. Daniel could have lost faith and questioned God, how have I been put in a lion's den? How could this have happened? But he didn't. He kept faith in God and he was not harmed. Jesus, he was sent to die on the cross. He didn't know why. In fact, the night before he was crucified, he prayed to God and asked, is there any other way? He knew that it was his plan though, so he decided to go through with it, and he saved all of us. He didn't know why, but he did it because he loved us. Not everything in our life dealt to us will be good, but everything will have a positive outlet. If you had told me 2 years ago that I would be here, I would have thought you were joking. Looking back on everything I have gone through, I really wouldn't change a thing though. If I could leave one quote with all of you here today to not forget, it would be, never give up on God. Although it was the most difficult challenge I have ever faced, it was all for a purpose. I believe God intended for me to be right here today spreading His word. My life verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This verse was also Taylor Haugen's. We both knew that everyone goes through trials and tribulations in their lifetime. Whether the struggles are internal or external, and whether we choose to voice them or not, keeping faith in God is the only way that you will get to the promised land. God will give you the strength to persevere, but only if you put in your share of work. You have to meet Him halfway. We all need to be like Taylor Haugen, because he knew that living by don't quit, never give up, he would achieve all of his goals. Thank you to everyone for allowing me to speak my testimony today. God bless and have a wonderful day.